So you know that there are certain goals that are on your mind, but all simultaneously, there are things within those goals that the milestones that seem so far away. It's almost as if, how could you ever get to that point? But as I say that, you have that foresight to see who you were meant to be. And that bridge between the excitement that that idea gives you and where you are now, right? That bridge can feel extraordinarily mysterious. But what else are you to do than to question yourself in relationship to, if you have some large ambition to be a certain way, but then in your daily life, you're unable somehow to line up with that vision, the question is almost like, what is that showing you? Now, depending on where you stand, you may have a perception of you being incompetent or unable. But you know that's not true. Else, why would you have that ambition, that desire, that goal? So, what we have to sort of look at real simply is, what's the real, genuine essence of the place in which you need to be operating from to be that that character who bridges that gap, which we're mentioning earlier. And if you find yourself having ambition, desire, intense drive, but you're unable to piece together the actions to create the transformation, then the ambition itself needs to be uprooted. And I'm not implying that you don't get that thing which excites you, but can you change the way that you're acting so that the thing which excites you is here and now? As in, it's not a big, broad, grand idea so far out there. Rather, it is a continuous daily process of learning how to be the person who has that thing, even if it's not in your life just yet. This, what we're actually looking at is, you know, there's a word, ambition, and there's a word, to be lazy. And these words are just layers to the game. So there's no need to hook on too much to any given perception, worldview, belief, ideology, or way of living. But fundamentally, what's the one truth that's going to get you to where you need to be? And if you listen to the end of this video, I can guarantee you that you're actually going to walk away fully clear in relationship to what it is that you need in your life, rather than being distracted by wants, desires, and ambitions. At the end, by the end of this video, you'll have that relationship with yourself so that what you get is created every day that you walk. And that means that it is absolutely inevitable and undeniable that you understand how to create the life that you need. So if you feel resistance, and resistance and laziness, those words work in parallel. You have resistance towards certain actions, that means that there isn't a precision, a clarity. around what needs to be done. Else, the actions would almost do themselves. Meaning that if you find yourself in a state of being, a state of mind that feels unpleasant, can you do the math to understand how you created that state? Whether it be thinking far out into the future, dwelling over something in the past, or just going deep into imagination and desire, whereas that isn't actual. That is a reality, a manifestation which is not true. Now, what we can draw out right here is that the act of direct manifestation is really built upon action. And action, although it may look as if it starts externally, action is an inward game. As in, you are aware of when you're drawing falsehood within you. And action and truth are in parallel, meaning that the simplest, the realest action any human being can ever do is to notice the falsehood within one's own psyche or internal world. As in, your external movements are always going to be derived from your internal awareness or lack of awareness. So, if you know that you need something, that means that you question what you think you want, right? Because there is a large contrast between what you need to be and who you want to become. What you need to be is going to get created every day, if that is what you need. There isn't another path to living your life when you are clear about what is meaningful to you. Now, if you're confused, then you'll follow the path of shallowness, right? The desires, the wants, and ambitions, which can be oh so exciting. But this higher level game is realizing that you have the power of creation within. And if you have the power of creation within you, that implies that it's not just what you do, but it's what you are. And what you do sprouts from what you are. So when you bring that holistic awareness into being and you're present holistically, you're not concentrated on a single goal. Although that may excite you, you realize that fear and excitement are the same thing. It's just that fear is excitement without breath. And excitement, when channeled holistically in alignment congruently, then you're going to dance with the essence of building. You'll just figure out naturally what you need to do each day, each moment. And that comes really through understanding how it feels when you're not doing what you need to be doing. See, so this is where the desire, the ambition, the laziness, it plays a role. You do need to stagnate, if you will, because as you stagnate, how else do you start to develop that sensitivity to what it is to be free of stagnation? But as you walk, you start to see that you don't necessarily need much more stagnation in your life. And this is where the words almost dissolve. Because the way that you move when you're aware, then it's a feeling, a sensitivity that's beyond language. This sensitivity opens you up to hearing and listening to the insights that are beyond you, but they're very much within you. And the shallow places of this life, the wants, they quiet out. They drown out your intuition, your ability to have light speed insight. And there's not another path for anyone to walk, but it's really the question of where are you in your journey? Has this seed already been sprouting within you? Because if it is, then you'll hear what I'm hinting at. And you'll fully understand that this isn't really about you, but it's about the service that you can create for yourself and others. And of course, right? This always begins within. As if you are looking to replicate or imitate, then that is one of those more shallow forms. But when you are actually inherent and honest, then you'll feel that there are certain things that you can't refute, that you can't drop, that are riddled within your being, within your bones. And you let that drive you. You let your internal foresight and presence drive you. And this is the art of building and balancing the way that you move throughout this world. So, although there may be things which are shiny and exciting, asking yourself, what is genuinely meaningful to me? What actually keeps me going, right? What are the moments that renew my heart? And then if you follow that, right? If you learn through that, it's inevitable, absolutely inevitable, that you figure out how to be who you need to be. And the beauty in this is that no one can tell you your path. So the meaning to this life is for you to let your own light show you where you need to be, who you need to be, and how to let that unfold. It's not that you need to force anything into existence. It's rather the letting go of the ideas which keep you running in circles.